Hi, I'm Susie Starlight and I'm working with Real Vision Film Solutions, and we're here today at the Isle of Man Food and Drink Festival.
Thanks, Martin. Thank you very much for coming and speaking with Real Vision.
It's a pleasure.
Can you tell us what you're going to be doing here on the Isle of Man and why you're here today?
Well, I'm here for just one day. The food festival is obviously 2 days. I'm here on the Sunday, and I'll be judging a few competitions as well as cooking a few demonstrations of my own. You have a wander around and you see what's around on the stalls, and then you decide what you're going to cook with. But you've got a base idea. You've got the lamb, obviously the beef. Great seafood. We actually use Tim in the restaurant for seafood as well. So we actually export stuff off the island to serve in my restaurant.
That's brilliant. That's quite a tribute to the Isle of Man, really, there.
Well, I think it's it's all about appreciating what's on your doorstep, and I think until you actually do a food festival like this, people don't actually realise what food's on your doorstep. And I did one in Scotland the other day, and they didn't actually realise that 98% of all the catch that they got for seafood was exported. And that was exported to France and Spain, and once they understood what was on the doorstep, then they've got the choice whether or not they want to use it.
What do you make of the Isle of Man?
I love it. I've been here. This is my 6th time. I've been here. I've been here for a charity gig. I've been here to raise money for a hospice. I've been here for obviously the TT. Been a bit of a petrol head. And then I think the last time I came was a jolly. So it's it's great to come here and come for a food festival as well, because obviously food's a really integral part of the island. So yeah, this is the 6th time I've been here.
What would your food heaven and your food hell be?
Food heaven would be probably white crab meat, which is what I had last time I was over here. I went to see Tim and I had just a bowl of white crab meat and lemon. Food hell would be horseradish. Yeah, anything with horseradish, disgusting stuff. Can't stand it, and even worse, never plant it in your garden because you can never get rid of it. You have to dig down via Australia to get rid of it.
And you're saying that from experience, I'm guessing?
Yeah, it's pretty horrendous. My chef likes it, so we planted some in the garden and couldn't get rid of it. So until I get an excavator in to get rid of the earth, it's horrific stuff. But definitely my food hell, yeah.
Do you believe that a way to a man's heart is through his stomach? And if so, what could I cook for you?
Way to a man's heart. What could you cook for me? Anything you want, as long as I don't have to cook it. I think as a chef, we just you don't get invited anywhere for one, because people panic. But I think as a chef, you just like to be cooked for steak and chips. The weird thing is, chefs notoriously bad diet because you don't eat, and you certainly don't preach what you preach. I think because of the hours that you do, you end up sort of coming home about sort of midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and then sort of diving into something and falling asleep. And for me, steak, chips, and a béarnaise sauce, that'll do for me.
Spot on, yeah. The Facebook friends of Real Vision have sent in some questions.
Facebook, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
I asked them what they'd like to hear from you, so this is what they've said. Le Barrière from Paris would like to know what's been your most embarrassing moment in the kitchen. I
can remember quite a few. The worst was probably a wedding that we did. Where we had, nearly 800 for dinner, and we had a porpietta, a chicken dish, and that went in the oven, and starters went out fine. Guys were on with the dessert, getting it all ready. Everybody was clearing up the starters. Went to have a check on the main course, and nobody had actually connected the gas to the oven. Yeah, that was a good one. That was really good, and the chicken was still walking around the oven as the waiters were stood there ready to go out. So we had to do an impromptu speech, and a couple of the speeches got moved forward. But then we fired up the oven, and it was fine. I don't think anybody realised.
Well, hopefully that.
Yeah, that was a bit of a nightmare.
Christian Clegg, who's a Manx music composer, he would like to know, if you were on a desert island and you had 5 ingredients, unlimited amount of them, what would they be?
Probably butter being one of them. I don't know why, but I just like butter anyway. Dairy milk, because dairy milk's the best chocolate in the world. That's it. because you can have all this fancy chocolate. Don't get me wrong, they use the fancy chocolate for cooking, but can't beat dairy milk. It's fantastic. I would have, I'd have a Marks and Spencer's white sliced bread, and then I have unlimited amounts of really good quality smoked back bacon, dry cured, and my final one would be Marks and Spencer's large chocolate eclairs.
It wouldn't make a meal particularly, would it? But
No, yeah, we would. You have baked sandwiches and chocolate eclairs for the rest of your life. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, and also, hopefully there'll be a few crabs.
Yeah, well, you haven't got an oven to cook anything with, so what's the point, you know?
Fire.
Oh, you've got fire, might do a bit of bacon, but that's about it, really.
Leave it in the sun on a rock.
Yeah, exactly. You've got no knife to chop up pieces of chicken and stuff. Anyway.
You wouldn't make such a good caveman, would you?
No. Well, you ain't gonna, you know, there aren't many caves on an island, is it? Desert island, but that'd do for me.
Brilliant.
I'm James Martin, and I love Real Vision Film Solutions.